It's awesome.
Hey guys, we're back tuning on this very high horsepower 6R80 swapped vehicle for a customer. And the last video you guys saw that I had some trouble leaving in first gear on the street specifically. Remember, this car makes 1,000 wheel, stupid torque. First gear on the 6R80 is 4 something, almost 410, and he's got 355s in the rear. So it just goes, wah! It's like a free rev. So I thought, let's try second gear leave, because I think he can still get its burnouts in because he wants to hoon, and it'll be a more, let's just say an easier shift for the computer to make, because it's not accelerating as quickly due to gear ratio. So it'll catch the anticipated shift and make it. That's kind of the whole vibe here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave 2 tunes on his device. I'm going to leave the first gear leave tune. So, hey, this thing is not going to make 1-2 shifts. But if you're on the roll, because you're not racing anyone from a dig anyway, it'll feel good. It'll drive good. It'll leave in first, everything. But I'm going to do a second gear leave tune in case, and for whatever reason, he wants to do second gear dig, watt pulls and have it do a 1-2 shift, and it's just going to be a big stupid John Force burnout. But that's what the customer wants. So again, normally I wouldn't even support this. If I'd be doing it remotely, I'm like, nope, do it right. You want to achieve a certain outcome, screw it. But this customer was promised something from whoever, and so it's up to us to make it right, up to me to make it right. But normally we wouldn't support this because it's just not, not proper for the application. It should have like 273 gears, and this thing will really get after it. Okay, so as always, we're going to go into, well, key on first. Let's make sure we key on. And we're going to go to programming, continue, and we're going to lower the windows because I'm going to shut the door while it's happening. Performance calibrations, and right here, R21, R22, and R23. Second gear, sir. Continue. Yes, sir. And do nothing until it's done. All right, off. And what I'm gonna do is it's gonna do a cold start. So I'm gonna set the phone behind the car, facing away from the car, because I want to keep everything private. It's pretty wild. Like, I couldn't imagine you living in a complex and like turning this thing on in the morning. Alrighty, let's turn her on. Find out how to monitor that, but I want to make sure it's fully warmed up before I take it out for a spin. So what I want to do, I want to look at gauges. It's a little on the right side, still warming up. So I want to see if I can find something that has gear ratio output. So I want to see gear commanded. See if there's more down here. Yep, gear commanded. So it's in park. So if I was to put it in drive, that should go to second. Hey, beautiful. So that's nice to see. So it's launching in second. So I'm gonna drive it, get it warmed up, top it off with E85, and do a hard 1-2 and see how it likes it. Yeah, this is literally the gear it should always be in. It should always leave in second. It feels perfect. You'll see and you'll hear. So I'm going to try to just let you hear everything so that you can, sorry about the glare, so that you can kind of get a sense of why I think it's perfect. It's longer. It doesn't have to shift as many times. I fucking seatbelt. All right. one thing I know living here long enough is to get the hell inside. It's can pop up at any moment, so I'm gonna get out of here, come back when it's as dry as possible, which is usually in the nighttime, and a little cooler, and try to do that 2-3 hit, and then we can hopefully ship the car off to its home so the customer can enjoy it. But let me get my ass inside. Roads got wet, so gonna wait a little bit and grab some Chipotle or something, and then I'll come back out and do a 2-3 hit. So for now, just driving the Caddy to get some Chipotle. Of course, when I want to test, it's gonna downpour. So the only thing left is to see if it does a 1-2 from a standstill. If it does, remember this is second gear leave, so it's recording. So if it does a 2-3 from a standstill and it doesn't hit a limiter for a long period of time, I'm done. I don't think I can get it any better, so I'm just gonna, fuck me, this car's everywhere. God damn it, god damn it. All right, maybe I can get just a clearing here. I just want to be done with this, that's all. That's what happens when you take tracks away from us. We have to do stupid shit like this. You keep taking tracks away, I'm always gonna race, I'm always gonna do dumb shit. You're not gonna stop it, so keep taking tracks away, I keep doing dumb shit. So let's see if it does a 2-3 from a standstill. There you go. Way too much smoke, but it doesn't. Oh my god. Looks like it's now a 7 rib. Yep, looks like it's now a 10 rib. So they're gonna have to get themselves a Billy Badass belt, because a little bit of it ripped. But again, if you're gonna do hooning stuff and bouncing it off limiters and stuff from a standstill, stuff like this is gonna happen. But we still got a couple of ribs left over. So I'm gonna say, hey, during all the testing, this thing ripped out a one rib. I sure am hungry. One rib. You mean to order ribs? No, one rib. It left like the soupiest, blackest. So I don't want to do that anymore because I don't want to wear out their tires. But from a standstill, the fact that it didn't stay on the limiter, it might have tapped it a little bit. The fact that it didn't stay on the limiter and I was to the wood, vaya con Dios, this is the best this thing's gonna do. And if you do a downshift right now, it's not gonna have an issue. I honestly would leave it on the second gear leave tune all the time and not even bother with the first gear leave tune at this power level with this situation. So I'll recommend the customer get himself a green belt, same size, but Billy Badass green belt on it. Keep the second gear leave tune in it. I'm gonna lower the 2-3 a little bit just so that it anticipates it a little quicker, and then we're gonna ship it. We are done. If I get permission from the customer to talk about the car, then you know I'll make a complete video on it. But as of now, I've done a lot of wide open throttle hits, I've done a lot of watt stuff, and I've a lot of drivability stuff working with John, and it's actually running really well. I like this car a lot. The shift schedule is perfection. The 6R80 is working great. So I would honestly say, tell the customer, this is as good as it's gonna get. Again, with us tuning it, but you know, if you feel you can do better somewhere else, whatever. I'm not gonna play that game, honestly. This is badass. 1,000 horsepower, locked cam, 6R80 swapped vehicle with a Coyote control system, running this good with a 160 millimeter throttle body. It's pretty good to me. So I'll show you it launching in second, hard throttle. You'll hear me go under a underpass, so it'll be on the loud-ish side. There you go. Slow down for the light that turns green right when I get there. I mean, look, I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, but it's super smooth. The drivability is phenomenal. Honestly, like I'm one of those guys that, you know, especially with the 6R, I wanted to drive a certain way, and this is driving exactly like I like, you know, no weirdness. Perfect. Okay, I talked to the powers that be, and I got the okay to show the car. Obviously, I'm going to talk about what the car is, the tuning aspect, the coolness factor, because it's not a typical car that we come across, and why I thought I should take it in person so that we can see, you know, figure out if the customer can be made happy with this car, because, you know, I think this car requires a little extra touch, more so than what we can give remotely. So here it is, guys. It is a 2007, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 07 or 09. Let me double check. So wouldn't this be 2009? Right? Wouldn't that be, if it's made in 1108, it should have gotten sold in 2009. Am I right? Okay, take two. A 2009 GT500. That's right, 2009 GT500, local customer. You guys might know the car, but again, in the spirit of anonymity, I just wanted to show you guys that this thing is running off of a Coyote computer, and it does still have the 5.4 liter, I don't want to say Trinity, I don't know what you would call it, I don't know the engine designation, but it has a 4-valve built 4-valve motor from a local shop that actually I think does pretty good work on 4 valves. Specifically, this thing is well capable of 1,000 horsepower, like not even sneezing at it. And we did swap a 6R80 in it. Now, what are the difficulties of tuning something like this? Well, it's locked cam, so you know how hard it is to do a locked cam situation. As you can see, this gentleman does not mess around. This car was built a while ago, because this TIG Vision sticker looks like it's from the 90s. But to be honest with you, TIG Vision has always done nice stuff, so much so that just by looking at the car, you can't really tell it has a cage in it. You really have to get underneath and take a peek as to what's going on. So again, 6R80, so it has a 1314 calibration in it, because it has the PRNDS shifter, and thank God this thing has struts. Look at that. Wow, beautiful. So this shield I just shoved down there just to see if it would make a difference, and it really didn't, so this is useless. Okay, so because the car is so choppy and has a bunch of overlap, that shield didn't really help anything. But I would highly suggest the customer to either make something, or, you know, make a shield so that fan wash potentially is not an issue. It is hot underneath here, guys. Understand, these cars run just warm engine bay wise. It has an old school like 140 plus millimeter Cobra Jet MAF housing. We were able to tune that. It has, I don't know, it looks like plastic tube, and it has a VMP 163R. This is not me, I didn't do that, that's been like that. Has a 163R, looks like it's a Gen 3R, and it looks like it's a Magnuson deal, meaning it looks like it's a Magnuson cast, to be honest with you, but I'm not 100% on this whole situation. It obviously has UPR catch cans, breathers on both sides, just like we always say, vent both or recirculate both. The owner, let's just say, absolutely understands what catch cans, you know, need to go on this car. Again, it's got a 2.8 or 2.6 pulley. Let me double check. 2.6 pulley, and if I'm not mistaken, it has an overdrive. Yeah, I think it has a big old beefy boy down there somewhere. Trust me, it's down there. But I think it has like a 10 or 15% overdrive. Super clean. This thing has, I think, less than 3,000 miles on it. It's actually something that, if you were going to take an older car and wanting to be up on the latest stuff, a Coyote computer is a great option. And obviously Power by the Hour has all the stuff to make this work. So if you want a Coyote swap computer, a 4-valve, we have Coyote computer swapped, tuned 3 valves and 4 valves, which is this. We've even done the Cobra on Senior's car. Senior's twin turbo Cobra runs off of a Coyote control pack, Power by the Hour, twin turbo, but it is 4-valve. So it is a locked cam 4-valve Coyote control system. That's basically how we see it. So the fact that we were able to get that throttle body to idle okay with locked cams, with literally no vacuum because of the overlap on the cams, was a tall task. Junior was up to the task. What I did on my end is data log, meaning he wanted to see specific things, so my job is to give him what he wants. So this car, his all the UPR goodies. It has aerospace brakes. It has welds in the front. I wonder if it has a UPR K member. Yes, sir. UPR K member. All the UPR goodies in the back. I believe he has the control arms and relocation brackets for that. All UPR stuff. UPR everything. This thing actually hooks extremely well from a roll. Like, I probably wanted to do a 60 to 130, but I did not want to go to jail because this thing would get up there really quickly. But I've been alluding to this vehicle for a long time with a lot of for you fans and people on the channel on Patreon, but I can't really, you know, talk about something unless I have 100% permission on it. I asked everybody for permission, and they were all happy to let me do whatever because they said their words were, "We paid full price, so we don't mind." This car's interior is minty. Like, it is new feeling, new looking, but it's typical cars of this era. It has, you know, this guy, so they'll need some work on that. But the rest of the car, everything works. AC works. I mean, no bells and whistles on the dash. The only dash light that it has is for the TPMS sensors. Everything else works as it should. And this, in my opinion, is one of those vehicles that you can take that's like kind of like a, I don't want to say like forgotten about, but this car, again, most GT500s should come with an automatic. I hate to say that because the owner, the type of owner that has this car is a older established gentleman, and they just want to go out there and beat up on Hellcats. And this thing is probably a 9.0 or 890 car. Remember, 1,000 foot-pounds, I'd say 800 to 900 foot-pounds, and about 1,000 wheel horsepower. It is just evil. We tuned it initially. We ended up, you know, losing communication with the person data logging. Not losing communication, but the communication would have gotten better. It ended up somewhere else. But then, you know what? I said, look, I'm local, bro. If you wanted to drive a certain way because they were not happy, I said, okay, let's give it to me, and I'll do my best. So here you go, guys. In case you wondered, this is one of those cars that you can absolutely build. You can pick one of these up for probably in the 20s. If you could swing a 6R80 swap, a stock motor can withhold about 800 to 850 rear wheel horsepower, and that's low, mid to low 9-second range. Stock motor. This one is built, so this one already made 1,000. So we know this thing is 8-second capable, but the customer wants to be able to drive it, get in it, put it to the wood, and have it make a shift. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one more tune, lower that 2.3 a little bit, and then hand the keys off to the customer. I will give them 2 tunes on the device. Second gear leaf tune, I highly suggest you only use the second gear leaf tune. And then a first gear leaf tune, if you want to do drivability stuff and you're going to do mostly rolls, the 2.3 will be fine, and it'll take off a little easier in first gear. So hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the elusive videos that I made with this car, but I wanted everyone's permission before I got the chance to talk about this car. So if you're in the market for a modular Mustang and you want to fuck with Hellcats, and you're probably into the whole swap car and everything for $33,000 to $35,000, take a look at one of these guys. They're still very relevant nowadays, and the 6R80 brings it up to modern performance standards real easily. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.